Hey you guys, how is everyone doing today, tonight, whenever the hell you're watching this? Welcome back to Quarantine Cooking. I know it's been 16 years, but I am a slack ass, and slack ass. And I know I'm like 4 minutes late, too. I'm usually like, honestly, right on time with these things, but I did have an issue where I was playing my video game and 150% forgot what time it was. I just got to a cutscene and I was like, is it around 6? Oh, look, it's like 6:04. So, yeah. So, that being said, I have done zero prep. So, you're all going to get to go through all of this with me. Which, all the prep for this is actually fairly simple. So, yeah, no big deal. If I can get this if I can get my fucking computer to come up, that'd be super duper. Chicken. I'm gonna get, which one's up here open? This is one of those things that's open. My computer up, because I've read the recipe a couple of times, but I do want to keep it going. Like get it up on my laptop so I can actually see everything. But yeah, in case you're wondering how to say this is Ave. No, how do they say it? I know my password's incorrect. Let me enter one. Trying to think how to say it. Avelemono. Avolemono. Avolemono. That's how you say it. Because I did read a thing that said the G is silent. So it's avolemono. Get that going. Okay. Chop this onion up. The recipe actually calls to use leftover chicken, like a leftover rotisserie chicken. And the author of the recipe is like, oh, well, I buy like 4 or 5 of these at a time, and I keep them in the freezer, and they're amazing. And I'm like, no, they're not. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to have a rotisserie chicken for dinner tonight, by all means, go buy your absolutely favorite one and have it for dinner. Whatever's left over tomorrow, you can pick whatever's left over tonight, pick it off, put it in a bag, put it in the fridge, and then make this the next day. So, yeah. Real easy, y'all. But don't buy like 4 and 5 rotisserie chickens at a time. That just takes up a lot of fucking space in your freezer. You can't really wrap them correctly unless you use a shit ton of like aluminum foil or plastic wrap or something, which is not good. The internet recently, okay, that's fine. Fucking onion. So buy what you need when you need it, and try your best to use the leftovers. let's try to be as unwasteful as possible here. You're the one. Yes, you are. Size garlic cloves. Okay. Boom. Another fucking thing. Now, let's get started, shall we? Come on. Getting Facebook pulled up my thing there so I can access the recipe faster than typing it in. Okay. I am taking a few liberties with this recipe, of course, like I always do. Back up. Get this nice and mixed. half the onion. Yeah, this recently popped up somewhere when I was online. And it was like, in case you missed this. And I was like, maybe it was Google or something, because I do check the Google little news thing every so often. Not the news, but like the little Google homepage. And say, hey, look at all this shit. Stuff that's kind of related to shit you may have searched for in the past. And I'm like, okay, cool. And this popped up. And it really intrigued me. And I was like, you know what? I've been meaning to go live again for a minute anyway. So, why not? Onions, salt, pepper. Where is my... There's my olive oil. What the fuck you mean you're having trouble finding that site? It's Facebook. You know how to find Facebook. My laptop is so fucking slow at this point, y'all. It's crazy. Ugh. Gotta get your laptop. I don't think I'm gonna get a laptop this time. I think I'm just gonna get like a little simple tablet or something, like a little Chromebook or something, because I don't really use the laptop at this point. It's pretty much been sitting right here on the edge of my counter for like the last 6 months. I think it may have got moved once to go to the bathroom so I could watch Netflix or something while I was taking a bath. And I could play my phone at the same time. But yeah, I don't need a laptop. I don't want to spend a couple grand. So, also tonight, in a plea to save some monies, this dish is traditionally filled with fresh veggies and blah blah blah. Or fresh herbs. Herbs can run you $1 to $2 per herb, depending on how much you need. The amount of dill needed for this thing is about $8 worth of dill. So what I'm going to do instead is use dried. Tastes almost the same. Just got to use a little bit more of it. And it costs so much fucking less. So I was like, We're both convinced that the lockdown's coming, so we're trying to save up as much as we can, spend as little as we can. Going in there. These are some carrots. It's about 2 carrots. I got these from work earlier. And then just so I can take some. So, these are already cut up into sticks. Which is so convenient for me. Way less chopping. I spend money on some fresh herbs, but not every fresh herb. It really all depends on what you're making. Soups and stews and things like that, you can always get away with adding dried herbs to it. If you're doing something like pico or bruschetta or something like that, stuff like that, you need the fresh herbs. So kind of pick and choose your battles there on that one. Go. The carrots. Okay, yeah, it's still. Where's the internet? It says there's no internet. Let me try restarting. Hate this fucking computer. I'm just gonna hold you down and I'm gonna force it off. Oh, look. Cameo of my pentagram. Yeah. Get these going here. They're over between medium high. I've got about a 6.5. I just slammed this garlic. Now I'm running my knife through it a bunch of times. No big deal. Garlic in there. Now, our chicken. Now what I want to do for the chicken is cut it straight down in half like that. Cut it into like strips, big thick strips here. One more down the side. Then just hold it together as best you can and cut it into little bite-sized chunks. Notice I did the chicken last because I've already done everything else. I don't think I'm going to need to chop anything else at this point. I'll have to check in a few minutes, of course. I'm going to hit this with a little bit more oil. And help it along. Okay, second piece. Okay. I know your level of dress was going to be. Okay. Last breath is almost done, y'all. I'm going to throw it in here with the veggies. Give it just a couple minutes, then I'm going to start adding the water.
I might have to turn on this thing for a second.
Okay. And there you go.
Awesome. There you go. There you are.
Our dog is a slack ass. Okay. That's all there. Okay. Chicken's all done. Toss it in. Kind of try to do this as a one pot meal. So, hey Trina, hey Lexi. Mix. You can use thighs, breast, whatever you have. I told him to actually pull out whatever he pulled out of the freezer today. It happened to be breast, so we're having breasts. Which is also why I'm adding them later on, because breasts take a lot less time to cook. For the most part, these breasts are going to cook in the soup itself. I just want to give them a little bit of a head start. Mixing it all up in here. Which one? Ah, there it is. Like, I know I have one of these fucking open. How much does this make? 1 cup? 2. Okay. So, 3. Okay. Once you see the chicken is just starting to cook, pretty much, like it's just starting to get some white on it, pretty uniformly, you want to add your got chicken stock or broth. I'm using stock cubes. Because the only flavor that would be here that's not in there is celery, and I'm fine with celery. Just to stay on a measuring cup, we'll go ahead and add the rice now too. I'm doing 3/4 cup of rice. Not a whole cup, but you know, enough. I'm not going to wash it or anything because the starch is actually going to help me with the creaminess of this dish. Because the creaminess in this dish is not coming from dairy, it's actually coming from a bunch of egg yolks and the starch from the rice. And filling up that measuring cup now, so I can kind of be as exact as possible for you guys. 4 cups hot water. Gonna do that one more time. 8 cups hot water. There we go. Stir, stir, stir. This will, you know, completely 100% stop boiling. Just give it a second. And since you're actually cooking rice in like a boiling water, this will go a lot faster. Be done in about 8-9 minutes. Just kind of sprinkling over the cubes to help them absorb faster. This way they get the flavor of it and gets into the rice quicker. This is the point where you normally check for seasoning. I'm going to suggest checking for seasoning a little bit later on, simply because chicken is still raw at this point, most of it, and just, you know, better safe than sorry. Yeah, I can't pull up that recipe, so I'm probably doing something wrong. Yeah, my computer's still not recognizing the internet, like my laptop. So good times. What was I over here looking for? Lemons. Lemons are another key flavor in this dish. Oh, we have to add herbs, don't we? Shit, what's wrong with that? Now, the herbs in here are rosemary and a good bit of dill. Where the hell is my dill? I just bought a whole bunch of new stuff the other day and I've been a slack ass not putting anything away yet. No, I had plenty of dill. But yes, again, when you're using the stock cubes like that, always make sure that you take your sweet time with the seasoning, because stock cubes like that tend to be rather seasoned. Put a good bit of dill in this bitch. Produce, I suggest for the most part buying fresh: lemons, limes, tomatoes, things like that. Most of the carrots, onions, celery, some of that you can buy frozen and just let it do its thing. Use it as you need it. Ooh, that smells interesting. I think I've ever had rosemary and dill before. Yeah, I wanted to have I want to have like everything prepped for y'all and blah 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 blah. Yeah, that didn't happen. I'm gonna blame the dog. Bosco, I'm blaming you. He just literally just fucking like turned around and walked away. I love that fucking dog so much. It's like, yeah, what else is new? He is blamed for a lot of shit in this house. I'm not gonna play. Like most things that go wrong, we find a way to blame it on him. Like dying in video games, running late for anything, forgetting to put the clothes in the dryer. We always find a way to blame it on him. I'm going to zest and juice of 1 lemon. Okay, no. We've been having a lot of issues with the internet around here lately, and I don't know why. Like our TV decides, oh no, you're not online. We're like, yes, fuck, we are. We go to troubleshoot, select the Wi-Fi, and then it connects automatically. Which, yeah, makes no fucking sense. Excuse the super casual dress. I did go to the gym earlier. So. I'm going to be in pain tomorrow. I want to say that's everything, except for the egg yolks, and you know, let it come back to a boil and cook the rice. How is it coming along, chicken-wise? Okay, chicken looks good. Taste it at least now. So I'm really curious about this. Again, never heard of this one. Definitely needs some seasoning, but that's really interesting. That is really interesting. Hey, Cindy. Huh. Now, if you do not want to use the, there's a little bit left in there. Pop them in there. You too. If you don't have rice or don't want to use rice, they actually recommend orzo for the most part, which is rice-shaped pasta. It's pretty Greek, in all fairness. But, yeah, I had rice. I didn't want to go to the store. Again, trying to not spend a lot of money right now. Save as much as we can. Put as much in savings as we can. Oh, check this shit. Paid my rent today. Dropped it off at 4:30 because it's the 4th. And the girl just kind of looked at me like I was fucking stupid when I asked for a receipt. Bitch wasn't wearing a mask either, by the way, first and foremost, to deal with the fucking people. But nobody's out in the office. She had to come to the door. Moving on. Yeah, she comes to the door and I hand her the thing. I was like, you know, yes, my apartment number, paying rent. Can I get a receipt, please? She's like, oh, it's too late in the day. We're not posting payments today. And I was like, okay. I would still like a receipt. And she's kind of like, okay. Then she like went away, came back with my receipt, which is just a photocopy of the money order with her signature and the date on it, the date being the, you know, 1st. So, yeah. Just, I don't know these fucking people anymore. I'm just, it's fucking people, man. Just, my money order receipt actually has the today's date on it, so if they say anything, well, I gave it to you on the 4th. Not my fault. Y'all can check video cameras because the day's not over at fucking 4:30. Give a shit what anybody says. Let me see if I can troubleshoot the internet on here. I hate this fucking thing. Probably gonna go out and buy a tablet soon. I feel like all the tax return shit's gonna be coming up soon, so. Alright, settings. Yes, we're just boiling away at this point, letting it do its thing. Oh, shit, come on. Letting it do its thing. It's just now coming back into a boil. Which knows, of course, what we want. Got the dill in there, the rosemary. Again, if you have fresh, by all means use fresh. I have dried. I use dried. Trying to save some dollars. So, yeah, show available networks. I know. Oh, nothing. Am I in airplane mode? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, I know it was supposed to be at least 10 cups of liquid. I'm not doing that much. Just because I'm not. Oh, shoot. I have more fucking technical issues on this show. That's boiling now. Again, troubleshoot. It's not doing anything. Hold on. Here we go. The diagnostic service is not running. What the fuck? Then run it. I'm so fucking done. Alright, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give this a good stir, and I gotta go. There it is. I don't know if my iPad has any charge on it. Probably not, in all fairness. Nope, dead. Okay. Well, we're just gonna kind of do this thing. See what happens. I want more pepper. Because I think a chicken soup should have just a good bit of pepper in it. Like, no matter what it is, I want pepper. I want a lot of pepper in my chicken soup. Like, maybe twice in my life have I not added a shit ton of pepper to any chicken soup. And we're dairy free still. This is supposed to be 3 egg yolks and 2 eggs. I'm going to do 3 egg yolks and 1 egg since I did adjust the amount of water. Like, I remember reading the recipe a couple times because I always read it many times before I start anything off. But we'll see. Yeah. If you keep dill in your spice cabinet and rosemary, then you can very easily be able to make this dish. Come on, albumin, break. Oh shit, don't break the yolk. Oh, thank God, okay. Whew. It's in there. Now, this is something we're about to do here. It's something called tempering. Now, what tempering is when you bring up the temperature of this slowly, then you add it to this. Because if I were to dump all of this in here, it's going to cause me some thick-ass scrambled eggs. It's not what I want. There's a good chance I'm going to get a little bit of that anyway, but we're going to try our best to avoid it. So let me put it in here. Actually, since there's the yolk in here, I'm going to beat this for just a minute. I don't want it to turn colors or anything. If you keep beating it, it does turn pale, which is kind of fascinating. I'm just beating like really, really small air molecules into it. It'll double in size, it'll turn pale. It's kind of cool. But I'm just whisking the ever-loving shit out of it so I can make sure that the albumin from that one whole egg is still there and, you know, well, it's well incorporated. Because that's the fear. Here's the shitty part. I got my scooping a little bit of this in here. Similar to the hollandaise. Just gonna put a couple drops in. Similar to the hollandaise. Just gonna put a few drops in at a time, while constantly going until I can get about 2 full one of these in there. Now, if a little bit of herbs or a piece of rice or whatever gets in it, move on with your life. Don't try to fish it out. It's totally fine. Because it's all going to go back in here in just a minute anyway. Yeah, I got plenty of herbs in here already, the rosemary. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh. Keep it working. How is that rice, by the way? Because I'm thinking I remember right now it's telling me that I need to take this off the heat, but I can't get any of the rice to test. There we go. Okay. Almost done. I need some more salt, of course, but it's all good. And a second ladle. If you can't see, there's actually a hole in this spoon, which makes it perfect for this because I'm able to just slowly drip it in while beating the ever-living shit out of it with my whisk in this hand. So I needed to replace my ladle, but I'm also a lazy bitch, so. Oh, it splashed on me. Okay, oh well. That happened. Okay. That has been properly emulsified. Oh. So if I wasn't gonna fill my body tomorrow anyway. Okay. Move this over here. The rice on this is done. Take this out. Stir, stir, stir. Now, just to be on the safe side, since this is still pretty hot, I'm going to slowly incorporate our egg mixture into this. While stirring it really well. I'm using the whisk again, as you can see. But tempering like that allows you to actually use the egg yolks to thicken the soup without making scrambled eggs. This back here. I'm going to bring this to a boil. I should have started this earlier because that's what I was going to make some garlic bread to go with this. And I want to slowly stir. Let it come to a boil. It is boiling now. It's on, again, it's still on like 6.5. So letting it do its thing, nice and slow. The heat from the egg yolks will thicken the soup up a good bit. I've got 1,070 billion bubbles on top right now because I beat the ever-loving shit out of it. Also, a fun thing, if you do happen to get a couple little bits of scrambled egg in here, which happens like to the best of them, don't feel bad, what you can do is move on with your life because you've already got chicken, onions, herbs, rice in here. Just be like, no, that's not egg, that's just colored rice. Leave the hell on. So this seems to be a very forgiving soup. Heat there, so don't overcook the rice or anything. This will get a little bit thicker as it sits once the egg yolks are given a chance to do their jobs. Unless I read the recipe all kinds of fucking wrong, but either way, it looks like it's nice. It'll taste good. Pull that off the heat entirely. Yeah. I'm going to add a little more lemon to this, actually. I want more lemon in here. I did not taste the lemon. I want to really taste the lemon. Rude. Bosco did that. He's standing right over there. So I'm pretty sure he telekinetic that off there. Using his mind powers. He's like, that looks like it should be licked. Let me look at that. No. So I've got the juice from 2 lemons in here at this point. Bosco, do not start licking that couch again. We think he has anxiety because we were home for 6 fucking months. And all of a sudden we're gone all the time. So we're thinking it gave him anxiety. We feel bad about it, but there's nothing we can do. We have to fucking work. So read online that a lot of licking is dog for anxiety. So, but there you go. Ave molle or avolemono. Avolemono. Great lemon chicken soup. That's interesting. I like that. Ooh. That is interesting. Never had anything like that before. Like, I'm not a huge dill fan. I'm okay with it, but there's a lot of dill and rosemary. Never had that combination together, but it kind of works, you know? So, I guess we'll see. But, yeah. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. This rice cup. Yeah. So, but even if the rice isn't cooked, another 5 minutes just sitting there, and it will be. Simply because the pan is still incredibly hot. So, but thank y'all very much for tuning in. I hope to see y'all again soon. So sorry it took so fucking long for this video to come out. I will get back with you guys as soon as I can. Any suggestions for other dinners? Like, y'all let me know. Thanks.